Give us a tip, who's going to win?
To be honest, looking at the recent form, I'm going to go for Sorrento.
I think Athena should win.
I think with the warm weather today, I think Sorrento might get up.
I would probably tip Florida.
Sorrento, 3-1. Why? Because they're a better all-round team.
I think Florida are going to go on. They've just equalised.
Look, I think it's got to be close. I think Sorrento will take the money away.
I think it'll go to extra time, and I think it's going to be a last-minute goal.
2-1 Sorrento, mate.
Being Greek, I'd say, big nose, one eyebrow. I reckon the Greeks are going to win.
Sorrento.
Hello, welcome to Football 360. It's our grand final special edition for the big clash between Floreat and Sorrento. It's hard to believe the last 30 weeks have led into this classic clash. Soon, the match highlights, but first, Frank Drago Reserve has been home to the finals campaign for the past month. Let's have a listen to Bayswater City Soccer Club President Jerry Mayo.
The season's been fantastic. I couldn't wish to express through the public and also, around the club. From what I heard from Football West, we've been the most attended club this year, and that's very pleasing.
What kind of numbers has it helped generate through the gate in the last 4 or 5 matches?
On an average situation, you're probably looking about 2,000 people coming through every week, and you can't wish for much more than that. People want to see a good match and good football, and we've done that all year, and that's very pleasing. Couldn't be much more happier than what we are.
One man who put the spotlight on soccer in WA was former Perth Glory coach Bernd Stange. We caught up with the charismatic German who was at the final as part of a 4-day visit to Perth for a special Glory Legends match.
It's very, very exciting. Floreat, Athena and Sorrento. Even I know these teams, and I used to pick talents from these teams in the past.
Tell me, you're back in Perth. Is it nice to be back in Western Australia, a city that you've obviously enjoyed much success with the Glory, about a decade or so ago, but it must be nice to come to your second home.
Yeah, to see many friends again, but the time is too short, definitely. And there's many things have changed in Perth. It's bigger and it's more traffic and everything is new. And I used the 4 days to meet friends, to speak together about football, about everything, and it was very, very emotional.
Now, Perth Glory, do you still keep a look at what's happening with the team these days, even though you're back in Germany?
Yeah, I followed Perth Glory. Of course, you have new communication system you can watch, and Perth Glory is bigger than ever before. You have a TV coverage of matches, you have Fox TV, you have everything. And when I think how we worked 12, 15 years ago, there's a big, big difference. Football is growing, but we should never forget, football starts here, and that's why it's so good to see how they play.
Tell me, I know you've got to run, but very quickly, what is one of the main highlights of your days with the Glory all those years ago?
Football is always a matter of success. There's only one criteria. You need points. You have to win matches. And one of these great matches at Subiaco Oval at this time was the grand final with Wollongong Wolves. 3-0 half-time, and we lost after penalties. I will never forget that. And I thought it will never happen in world football. But as you know, AC Milan, Liverpool, it's the same old story. You never know how football ends. And it was exciting, but more exciting are to meet all these friends here again and to be welcome here everywhere. And it's, for me, very emotional. Please believe me that.
Current Glory coach Ian Ferguson was also in the stands watching on, who shared his thoughts for the new A-League season and his tips for the final.
I've been absolutely delighted with the pre-season, but now that there's light at the end of the tunnel. The pre-season's over.
Obviously, between now and the end of the season, are you happy with the squad? Do you think you've got the squad to take him back into finals?
Yeah, definitely. Look, we've added I think 6 good quality players, A-League players as well at that, and some younger ones. So yeah, I'm delighted. I've been managed to keep some of the experienced ones. Somebody just scored a goal. We've managed to keep some of the experience as well. So yeah, we've got a good blend of player there.
2012 has no doubt been a big year for football in WA, particularly for Football West. Joining me now is CEO of Football West, Peter Hugg. Peter, it's been a big year as I mentioned. What's been one of the more sort of standout moments in season 2012, not only for the State League but for football in the state?
Yeah, look, thanks, Peter. I think it's been a great year, and I think there's growing confidence and there's a momentum building that gives us greater confidence going into next year with some of our initiatives and hopefully in years to come the Australian Premier League, etc. In terms of highlights, they're many and varied. Is that I think today's going to be the true highlight. It's the culmination of a hard year. Many of the clubs that have worked with us, etc., in getting to this stage. You look around and there's thousands of people here. And so I think is befitting a league as such. The grand final is always going to be the highlight, I think.
We've got the Women's League starting very soon, the Perth Glory, which Football West is obviously very involved in that.
Yes.
Any new signings, any new players that fans can look out for?
Yeah, look, throughout the week we announced our 3 Matilda players, 2 of which are coming back, Catherine Gill and Colette McCallum. We've also signed Ivy Lewick from the Eastern States. Ivy is another Matilda. And we're just in the final stages of negotiating with another WA local, Lisa Devana. And so those 4 players of the Matildas and national team will basically form the framework for Jamie to work with. We're looking forward to it. It starts in a couple of weeks' time.
Hi, I'm Jamie Harnwell. Did you know that the average lifespan of a hot water system is around 10 years? And water heating accounts for 25% of energy costs used in an average home. A MySolar solar hot water system could save you as much as 80% of your hot water energy costs, depending on the type of hot water system you currently have. MySolar is committed to giving great service and advice and is a proud sponsor of Football West. So if your hot water system is looking old and tired and you would like to reduce your water heating energy costs, then give the experts at MySolar a call on 1800 MySolar or visit their website at www.mysolar.com.au.
Time to look at the highlights for the big clash between Floriat and Sorrento.
Floriat in their familiar blue and white were the first to create a scoring opportunity. David Heaney and John Brooks combined to steal possession before Brooks set free Ludovic Boy down the right. His cross found Mark Pritchard in space at the far post, but he lifted his shot over the crossbar. Minutes later, a throw-in from Heaney picked out the run of Boy, who struck a shot on the half volley but was unable to keep it down. Floriat were dominating possession, and when Bobby Wilson found Pritchard, he looked to play in Benny Cavario, but his run was blocked. Pritchard was first to the loose ball and rifled a shot past Aston, but just wide of the post. Sorrento's first meaningful attack came when a long ball out of defence picked out Jason Mirko wide on the left. He skipped past Brooks and Jack Allen before picking out the unmarked Reece Vitilia, but he side-footed the opportunity over the bar and into the car park. Jason Mirko popped up on the other flank minutes later and laid the ball back to Michael Aspin, who surged to the byline and slid in a low cross that Johnny Mirko just failed to connect with. In the final minute of the first half, it was Johnny Mirko who sent Ryan Pearson free down the left. He jinked one way and then took on Bobby Wilson for pace and crossed. The ball struck Wilson's arm and referee Josh Manella pointed to the penalty spot. Up stepped Johnny Mirko, who placed the ball out of the reach of Brad Effie, and Sorrento looked to be heading into half-time with a 1-0 lead. Floriat mounted one last attack in injury time. Heaney weaved his magic to gain space to cross on the left-hand side. Mirko then nicked the ball off Cavario as he turned in the box, but the ball came back to Jared Smith, and his shot sailed both high and wide. 3 minutes into the second half and Steve McDonald was robbed of possession by Smith. He fed Heaney, who played it back first time to Smith, but his side-footed shot was blocked by Aspden. In the 57th minute, Pritchard played the ball forward to Benny Carvalho, who fed Heaney in space and continued his run. Heaney played it into his path, he rounded Aspden and rolled the ball home from the tightest of angles to pull Floriat level. That goal gave Floriat a new lease of life. Carvalho broke down the right. Heaney was calling for the ball in the middle, but he laid it back to Pritchard, who tried to curl a shot inside the far post. In the 78th minute, Platten was closed down by Carvalho. He burst forward, fed Smith, whose first-time pass found Heaney. McDonald dived in and Heaney hit the deck. And Florida Athena had a penalty and the chance to take the lead. Captain Mark Pritchard stepped forward and had too much power to beat Aston, despite the keeper diving the right way. Sorrento were now desperate for a late equaliser and almost stole one from Johnny Mirko's free kick, but Platten's effort at the back post was deflected wide brilliantly by Effie. Sorrento kept pressing. Pearson fed Knight, who turned Jack Allen with ease, ran to the edge of the penalty area and picked out the unmarked substitute Jamie Harnwell, who fired home for Sorrento to take the match into extra time. 5 minutes into extra time and with the momentum on their side, Sorrento burst forward. Aspin picked out Johnny Mirko down the left, who beat Jack Allen, only to be denied by Effie. Knight cracked the rebound against the post before Jason Mirko fired Sorrento back into the lead from the edge of the penalty area. In the last minute of the first half of extra time, Ryan Pearson sent Knight free down the right. The veteran spotted Pearson's run and delivered a pinpoint cross that Pearson threw himself at to score Sorrento's fourth. Floriat did try to find a goal to give them a hope of forcing penalties, but Aston's fingertips denied a superb effort from substitute Mikey Roberts. They did pull a goal back in the 118th minute, when from out wide, Jack Allen's cross come shot, looped over Aspden and into the far corner. Floriat now had 2 minutes in which to find another. Was it a cross? Was it a shot? Only Jack Allen will know, but it sailed over Aspden and gave Floriat a very late lifeline. But it was not to be for Florida Athena, with the final whistle sounding and Sorrento starting their celebrations, while sadly for Floriat, Vincent Sweeney was sent off. Sorrento had done the double. Captain Todd Harnwell and coach Paul Price received the championship trophy from All Flags Peter Wagoner.
Congratulations, top four, grand final, and the cup. Couldn't have asked for any more this year.
We couldn't, no. Look, you know, we'd like to do it the hard way, so we left it late, and I think everybody's respected the fact that Sorrento don't give up until the death, and they keep going, and that was what got us back in the game yet again. So, yeah, I'd say we didn't play particularly well, particularly the first half. It wasn't us particularly, I don't know why, but they probably played a bit better than us. However, you know, second half I thought we did better, and then I thought in extra time we did quite well.
30 seconds to go, you equalised 2-2. You felt your reaction to that was as if you'd already won.
Yeah, I think you know, as soon as we got that equaliser, the boys knew we've been here before that many times. Just the character of the boys, you know, we're going to dig deep, and over 120 minutes, we're I think almost unbeatable. So, you know, when it came to it, it's just to stick the foot out and hope it goes in. But for as soon as that happened, you just had that feeling it was going to be our day.
How demoralising is it, and how gut-wrenching is it for a player to be so close?
Oh, obviously it's sickening. You know, we've worked hard all season for this, and you know, against all odds, really. You know, no one really expected us to get this far, and be so close to winning it, and then you know have it stolen from us right at the end is, you know, obviously gut wrenching. But we got to hold our heads up high and be proud of what we did, you know, this season. So yeah.
You walk away as being best on ground, being awarded the Gary Merocki medalist. Towards next year, does today give you something to look forward to next year?
Oh, obviously, you know, this is going to hurt for a long time. So coming into next season, you know, we're going to want to better ourselves. But obviously, I'd give this medal up for a winner's medal any day. You know, so it's disappointing.
Doesn't get any better than this, does it?
No, it doesn't. I couldn't have wrote the script better myself. So yeah, it was brilliant. Really good to finish on a game like this. It's just unbelievable. Yeah, to get a win. I've been chasing the top 5 for a long time. So unbelievable, unbelievable. It's going to be a good night, and I'm looking forward to it. So yes, brilliant.
Looking forward to retirement?
Well, yeah, definitely, mate. After that, yeah.
Am I going to see you next year?
Yeah, you'll see me around the grounds, but I don't know out on the pitch. But you'll see me around. Definitely in the crowd.
And that wraps up the last webisode of Football 360 for this regular season. We'd like to thank you for all your support, and on a personal note, I'd like to thank my mate and co-producer Dom Georgie for all of his hard work behind the scenes. Look out for Football 360 Summer Edition coming to you very, very soon, and we'll be back again bigger, badder and better in 2013. Until then, it's bye for now.